Track the screen now. We've got our Roy G. Biv color wheel going in that order of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. But notice that there's secondary and tertiary colors in there, and we are only using red, yellow, and blue. You guessed it, we're only using those powerful primary colors. So when using colored pencils, you want to make sure that you are actually shading with the side of the colored pencil. You don't want it too sharp, because if the pencil's too sharp like here, it will break every time. So you actually want to keep your colored pencils a little on the dull side, not too sharp. All right, so I've got my primary colors, and you guys are going to be shading those in with me. So let's grab our red color pencil and then look up at the screen. Notice where I'm shading first. I'm using the tip of my pencil to kind of get into those small areas, but you're edging out your area first, just like we did with our painting, just like we do with markers. If you're filling in an area, you want to edge out that area first. Go ahead and join in with me as we're shading in our red. Continue edging out your area. Sweet. And I used the tip of my pencil to get into those little corners, but now you can switch to the side of the pencil. Hold it so you're comfortable. Got that edging out. Yep, we're going to use the side of our pencil. Make sure you're joining in with me, not the tip, the side. And we're going to blend in circular motions, just like I taught you before of shading with crayons. So notice how I'm holding the pencil flat. I'm pressing not too hard right now, just kind of an even pressure. And I'm blending away all of those little pencil marks in a circular motion. Go ahead and do that with me now. Blend, 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 in a circular motion. Working with me now. Now notice that now I am blending in the opposite direction, almost like I'm cross shading, just to blend out any other little streaks. Cool, all right, so you should be finishing up your red, and let's get that powerful yellow color. So where do I always shade first? Y'all tell me. If you said you edge out your area first, you are so right. Go ahead and edge out that yellow area with me now. All right, you've edged out your yellow area. Remember, do not use the tip or the point of the color pencil. That will leave streaks, and you'll be sharpening your pencil like 1,000 times because it wears down really quick. All right, let's blend in that yellow using the side of the pencil, blending in different directions to get rid of any of those streaks. Remember, streaks are bad craftsmanship. Okay, you should be finishing up your yellow and our last primary color, blue. Join in with me now. You've got the hang of it. Edge out your blue, and it's okay to use the point of the color pencil to edge out those little areas. That makes sense. You're edging out your blue with me, adding a pretty even pressure, and let's switch to the side of the color pencil. Remember, not the tip, the side, and you're blending in a circular motion. Trust me, blending in a circular motion makes it so much easier to blend away those streaks. Now my blue is pretty dark, so I'm going to press pretty lightly at first. Notice how I'm changing direction, shading in multiple directions, always blending in a circular motion, just to blend away any of those streaks, any of that poor craftsmanship. I want a solid shade. That's the goal here. All right. Okay, make sure you're tracking the screen now. My goal is to finish the Roy and Roy G. Biv. I need orange. So if you notice what is sitting adjacent or beside or neighboring to orange with primary colors, you will see that they are red and yellow. That means if you're reading your color wheel correctly, red plus yellow equals orange. That's why it's in Roy G. Biv order. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to shade with the lightest color of my primary colors. That happens to be yellow. Go ahead and pick up your yellow now and start shading in the yellow section of the orange with me. We're going to do a little color mixing now. And remember, I was able to read the color wheel and know exactly what two primary colors I had to mix together to make my secondary color of orange. All you have to do is just look at the neighboring colors. I know to make a secondary orange color, I'm not looking at the tertiary colors. I'm literally just looking at the two primaries together because we know primary plus primary equals secondary. Okay, now watch me first. I'm shading in the red, mixing it into the orange, but I'm going in really lightly because I can't erase this red, so mix light until it's right. Notice I'm edging out those areas first, and I am not pressing very hard at all. I'm just mixing in a little bit of the red as I go. Mixing light until it's right. Go ahead and join in with me now. So I'm lightly mixing in my red. And then I'm just going to keep on mixing in the red until I feel like I get a pretty pure orange color. So it's not too yellow, it's not too red, it's a nice orange. I noticed that it was still a little too yellow for me, so I'm going back and adding in a little bit more red because we know red plus yellow equals what, people? It equals orange. Track the screen again in 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, so we've got primary plus primary equals our secondary color, orange. But what about these tertiary colors like red orange and yellow orange? Well, how do you read a color wheel? You know that the color sitting adjacent to the color you're trying to mix, or the color sitting neighboring or beside the color you're trying to mix, are the two colors that you mix. So if I'm looking at red orange, I know that the dominant color there is red. That is why I'm starting with red first. I know it's the dominant color because it's the first color name in the tertiary color. Red orange, the dominant color is red. So join in with me and let's shade in that red. I'm going pretty bright on the red because remember, this is red orange. We want this orange to read a little bit more red because it's a tertiary color. We have our secondary plus our primary. So I have my primary color of red. What's sitting beside it? Orange. Now I don't have an orange color pencil, so you can see here that I'm grabbing my yellow. Now I'm going in pretty light with the yellow at first. I'm edging out my area. You guys can go ahead and pick up your yellow and join in. And I'm going to keep on shading that orange until I get the red orange that I want. Now, how do I know if that red orange tertiary color is correct? I bust out the squint test. That's right, people. I like to do a little squint test, meaning I squint, I look, and if I see enough color contrast, enough difference, I know I'm all right. Now, it looks like maybe I need a little bit more red on my primary color, so I'm going to shade a little bit more red, maybe a little bit more red in my orange, because remember, I want to do that squint test and see a gradual change, just a little bit of contrast before those colors. All right. So now I'm going in with my yellow orange. We know that the dominant color is what, people? What is it? Yeah, it's yellow because that's the first name in that tertiary color, yellow orange. So let's pick up our yellow, mix in a good amount of yellow because yellow is the dominant color. Blending in, blending in. You should be blending in your yellow. All right, and then I can get my blue, right? Because blue's neighboring orange, right? False. we know that yellow plus red equals orange. So if I'm trying to make an orange color, I want to mix a little tiny bit of red with that yellow. Because remember, yellow is the dominant color here. I want this orange to look more yellowy than orange. So I'm going in super light, and you are going in super light with that red. Oops, made a little mistake there, no big deal. All right, you know what time it is? Squint test. Squint test with me. Is it good? Is it all right? I think I need a little bit more red there. You probably do too. We have a lovely gradual change between our primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. What I'd like you to do now with your shoulder partner is make sure that you complete the color math section at the bottom so you can be 100% sure you understand color mixing. Go ahead and do that now.